Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the last module of Sold Out the Blueprint. Oh my goodness, can you believe we are
No.
here? We have done so much work in this program. Last module, in module 9, we went through the execution of your launch. There was a checklist that was dropped. Everyone take a look at it so that you can see everything we've covered thus far and all that you will need in order to have a successful launch. Today, today, this module, we are going to take you through the process of setting up your future self for continued income, for monthly recurring revenue, for utilizing your genius that you just now put out and packaging it in a way that feels good for you for the future, knowing that every single thing that you put out has a place and a purpose in the world because these are your gifts that you are sharing with the world.
Mhm.
Sam is going to share a lot of this today because she has utilized her genius in sharing what to do to set up for the future. I'm going to go ahead and get the PDF ready for presentation. And Sam, if you have
Yeah,
anything
it's
to add
fine.
before ready.
This is going to be, I think I say this every time, but I'm for real this time. This is my favorite module of this entire program. And it's because every one of us have a mission here in the world. Every one of us have a why we are here in business, right? And for me, my bigger mission and why I do the work that I do in the world, why I'm here with you, why I work with my one-on-one clients, literally every piece, every intricate detail of what I do comes down to this module. Everything that I believe, if you've ever followed me, if you have ever heard me speak anywhere in the world, I have said that what you do right now is setting yourself up for the future. What you're doing right now is going to be a reflection of your life. Every module is your favorite. It is. Every module should be your favorite. Everything that you put out into the world, Jessica, and everybody else who's listening, should be like when you're writing it, when I'm writing these modules, I'm like, oh my fucking God, this is so good. Oh my God, this is so juicy. Oh my God, this is going to change somebody's life. If your offer is not that, something needs to change, right? So when I was writing this module, I was like, this is my why. This is why I do everything the way that I do. Everything that I teach, be it my consulting, be it content, be it sales, everything comes down to setting yourself up for future success. If you want to build an empire, if your bigger vision is to be a mom who has extra time with her kids and travels the world and goes on vacations, this is the module that's going to set you up for that. If your dream is to be a multi-six, multi-seven, multi-eight-figure CEO with large teams and a bigger organization and a company that serves without you lifting a finger, this is the module that's going to help you for that. No matter what your dream is, it comes down to what you're doing right now. The way that I teach, whether you're a beginner or you are a multi-six-figure business owner already, I teach in the way that everything that we do in this moment is setting you up for that moment. I'm constantly in my life, in my business, I'm always doing things. I'm like, oh my God, I wonder if future self is going to see this and be like, ah, thank you. I'm constantly finding like little money that I hid from myself or little things. I just did it yesterday with Victoria. I was like, did I already write this? And I was like, of course I did. Of course I already wrote this because I wanted it to be easier for today me. So yesterday was today me. And I was going through looking at this module and I was like, oh my God, I have so much to do. And it's late in the night. It was like 10 or 11 p.m. when we were working on this. Of course, I already wrote it. Of course, I did. Because that version of me who felt all the passion and the energy and everything that was coming through connected to yesterday me and said, let me make it easier for her. That's what we're teaching you to do in your business. Everything that you've done when I said that this is going to be the hardest launch that you ever do comes down to this module, comes down to this could be the hardest launch you ever do and it only gets easier from here. Or you can set yourself up that says, I just want to wash my hands with this launch. I don't want to set myself up for the future. And every launch after this is going to feel like you're starting from zero. It depends on what you do in this moment. Maestro.
Yes. Share it. Share that screen. Maestro, share that screen.
I'm going to try my hardest to keep this to 60 minutes. Let's see if I can do it, because you guys know once I start talking and I get into this is my favorite module, energy. I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
So everything, I've titled this module, Sending Love to You of the Future. You're setting your foundations takes forever and it's exhausting, but the payoff is for my future self, Jessica says. Yes, 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 yes. Everything that I do, I'm always thinking of future Sam. How can I make it easier? How can I make it more exciting for her? How can I surprise her? How can I just put a little bit of love into her world whenever she finds this? I leave myself love notes. I leave myself all kinds of things just for future me, because I'm in a relationship with myself and I love her so much that I want to make life and business and all the things so fucking easy. And this is how we do it. Everything that we do in business, each time that we're disciplining ourselves to do the work, this shit is hard. Let's be honest. You building all of that back end, you writing all of that content, you getting everything set up for this one launch just to trash it, that was hard. Do you want to do it again? Probably not. Probably not, right? But if we use it as seeds to plant for ourselves, to nurture and water for future versions of ourselves, to make it easier, that makes it all worth it, doesn't it? It makes everything that we've done, all of the discipline, us sitting ourselves down at our desk for hours and hours, because I know that you did, because I do. This is my genius and it still takes me hours. So I know that it felt like work to you. Let's use that work to do the work for you, to make the money for you, to make it easier for you. If we can take the extra step right here and play as if we're playing in the long-term game, play as if we're building a sustainable business. I have a typo here. Play as if we're playing for that future mom on vacation or seven-figure self or whoever you see on the other side of that timeline when you peer through in all of your meditations. If you're connecting for her, we're working for her right now. We're working as if. The key concept of this is to invest in your future by capitalizing on your current reality and setting yourself up for that long-term growth. I love this picture. It's not mine, it's from Pinterest. So all of this program, we've been measuring by inches. We've been measuring by what do we do next? What is the next step? What is like one foot in front of the other? It's been very minuscule. It's been a little painstaking for some of us, right? Especially if we're not, our natural genius is not in the masculine. So if you're a healer, if you're somebody who's more feminine led, if you're somebody who loves to live in the ethers, it's felt inch by inch by inch for you. This is the time after you've launched and you've run your program that the inches start to become, through timelines, they start to become, instead of logical measurements or metric measurements, they become time. They become weeks, they become years, they become products of your entire future business suite, right? And I always put a disclaimer, of course, because I always like a little caveat. It's important to recognize that there is no right path. Everything that I'm going to teach you right here, it's going to have a million possibilities underneath of it, and you get to choose. I want to remind you that this is your business, that you make the rules, that there is no one set, like I have to do this and I can't change my mind. You get to choose right now, and then you get to change your mind 2 days from now, 2 months from now, 2 years from now. We are constantly on an evolution. We are constantly outgrowing ourselves, outgrowing our business, outgrowing our work, outgrowing our audience. You get to change. So what you're deciding is, yes, this works right now, and does it set me up for the future? Our business, our rules, right? Whether it's a live program that you're deciding, or you're going to make it into a standalone foundational offer, the key is to leverage the work you've already done. The key is to allow it all to not have been for nothing, right? Even if we sold out this program and we served all of the clients that we could and they all got results, and we don't do anything with it, we don't utilize this magic to serve more clients in the future, to serve us and our business in the future, it might as well have been for nothing, right? So don't let your valuable content and your experience, all of this gold, everything that you've channeled, go to waste. Allow it to continue serving yourself, allow it to continue serving your audience and generating income forever more. You'll find, we can go to the next thing. You'll find that, especially if I've worked with, so many clients who have empires of a business, right? And you'll find if you work with them that a lot of times they have a vast span of things that you can buy for them. If you go on their shop with me pages, if you find somebody on the internet, Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, it doesn't matter. They are millions of dollars to work with them live, right? If you want to hire them on a one-on-one and you just want to have one session, I think it's like $30,000 for 1 hour with Tony Robbins's protege. What's somebody who works underneath him, his assistant, right? $30,000 and you're not even getting Tony Robbins, right? But if you go on his website, you'll find a space where you get to work with him and experience him directly, even without him moving a finger. You get to click buy and you get to get immersed in that world and start your own journey, get to know him. Yes, it's good for his business. Yes, it may be low ticket for him. However, that low ticket starts your journey where you're going to meet yourself, where you're going to see yourself in the mirror, where you're going to have your own growth on your own time, and then move upwards through his product suite, through his everything that he has to offer. And eventually you're going to be a bajillionaire and you're going to be hiring Tony Robbins for the millions, right? So first thing is first, we want to be able to create this for our business. And if I can tell you anything through this entire module, it's that as we outgrow ourselves, just because we're evolving, just because we're expanding into new heights, it does not mean that we have to leave our clients behind. It does not mean that we can no longer work for beginners. I know that I say things that contradict the market all the time, right? You'll see people like, if you have outgrown beginners, you no longer work for beginners, right? You no longer work with them. Here is a way to take that 70% of the audience that you have that you can serve and add that extra 30%, right? Even if they're not ready to work with you just yet, be it financial, be it their own self-growth, be it their own, if you are a healer, maybe they are very beginning in their healing journey or they're still stuck in their traumas. If you create a passive suite, it allows them to come in with you. And now that 70% has now become 100%. And that beginner client who you've previously written off can now become a lifelong client with you, a lifelong soul sister, a life that you've changed, and also money in your bank account, because that's what we're here for, right? Let's be honest, that's what we've built a business for. So let's also add that in there. The first thing is first. After we get into, I've run my program, the launch is done, we're going to look at the entire thing as a whole. We're going to look at our launch, preparing for our launch, everything that we've done, running the program, the clients that we attracted, the content that we've done. We want to look at the bigger picture of it, right? Zoom out at the entire thing. And what we do is Victoria and I meet together. And if it's myself, I meet with myself or my peers. If you have a team, you can meet with your team. And we call it a debrief, right? This is simply just a time for reflection. That after you're running, it's called a beta offer. The first time that you ever run an offer, this is your beta. And that simply means that you don't have everything set in stone. It means that you're learning and creating and responding and moving as you go. So what you have sold on your original sales page, you had that download and you're like, oh, this needs to be an offer. And then I created an event and I sold it. And then I created a launch. And then I created this program module by module and I ran it. And through that program, I've responded to clients. I've gotten feedback. I've listened to what they've had come up. And maybe I could have added some things or I could have changed some things. So that's why it makes it a beta offer. It's first round. That's why clients join beta offers, because usually there's a little bit of an incentive. It's a lower price. This is my first time running. There's no proven track results. There's no testimonials yet. Nobody's walked through, right? It's crucial for, we do it every program. I mean, we've run Sacred Sales 4 times now, 3 times now, 2 times together. Every time that we run this, we still do a debrief. It doesn't matter. But in a beta offer, it is crucial, because what you've sold, what you've promised, what you thought was going to happen, most likely didn't happen. Most likely you under promised yourself and over delivered. And you want to always go back and make sure that it reflects exactly that. But also a debrief is for yourself to decide what you're going to do in the future, what we're going to do in this module, right? It helps us refine our program and decide its future role in our business and the power of our client experience. We adjust, we refine every time as we go. Every offer, we meet with ourselves, with our teams, and we just ask the questions. And this is very simple, but what I do is put it in a Google Doc and I type everything into that Google Doc. We do not leave. After this module, we're going to have a workshop. Immediately after that workshop, we have time blocked off while we're still in the energy of it, while we are just leaving you guys. And we meet together and say, what went right? And we identify and talk about all of the things that went right in our program, everything that from our launch to our content, to the clients we've called in, to the results that you're having, to the engagement that was there, to clients who started with us and completed the entire program, everything. We talk about what went right. And we use this as a time to brag on ourselves, to just be like, we're the fucking shit. Truly, that's what it is. We are so good at what we do. So let's reflect it into our next thing, right? What went wrong? We talk about the areas of improvement or what we should take out. A lot of times when you're in a beta offer, you over deliver and you realize that you're giving everything in the kitchen sink, right? We did this our first round of Sacred Sales. You realize that you had one mission and you were like, I want to give everything. I want to make this the best program that's ever happened. And you realize that you went off on a little bit of a tangent. So inside of Sacred Sales, we taught, I'm trying to think of what is one that went wrong for us. And it wasn't technically a went wrong. It was, this module probably should be its entire own program, right? I could have expanded so much more, and having that as a module inside of this program left things to mystery, or I didn't cover it entirely in the way that I wish that I could have, but I ran out of time because it was just one module, right? So that's also something that we do. It doesn't necessarily have to be what went wrong. A lot of times we also say, we look at our launch and say, we waited too long on this launch. What could have been a 3-week launch or what could have been XYZ, we waited until the rush came up. And then when we look at what went wrong there, we say, okay, why did that happen? What was happening in life? How could we have set ourselves up for success? How could we have pulled from previous launches and set it up on automation or streamlined it more? How could I have made it easier on myself, on my clients? Is there anything that was missing from the program that I should or could have delivered, right? What would I do different? After I know what went right and what went wrong, there still is some things that I could have tweaked, especially in a beta offer. If you ever go through here and say, I would have done nothing differently, I'm going to challenge you that you are not looking deep enough, that you didn't listen to your clients or your own body or your business or your lifestyle in the way that you should. Chances are this was a lot harder and you overthought, even we do, and you overthought more than you needed to, right? How can I make this more simple? How can I make it more direct? How can I make it more clear for my clients? How can I make it easier for myself? What would I do differently is usually the longest. We write pages and pages and pages of reflection here. And did my clients achieve the promised results? Usually when you're selling a program and you have that download, you're going to sell that one result, 1 to 3 results, right? And then you'll find that what clients actually got inside was so much more. And you're like, I need to talk about this. I need to talk about exactly what came through. A lot of times we promise you're going to have higher sales or you're going to have easier content, but you find such like a solace or a sisterhood. You find yourself. You have a lot more revelations of you as a CEO and a leader in business. We need to talk about that after we can reflect. But you didn't know you didn't know them, and now you do. Next. What do we do from here? Usually after your debrief, we meet together, we decide all the things, and we have a talk about it. And then we will decide, usually, that this offer was goddamn gold. There is no question about that. If this is my life's work, if I'm showing up in my passion, if I gave my all, if I was committed to my clients, usually they're going to get results, right? And I'm going to decide that this is a big deal in my business. I'm a big deal. This offer was a big deal and it changed people's lives. There is no doubt about that. What we're going to decide is what we want to do from it. A lot of times we feel really passionate in the beginning of an offer and then we run the offer and we're like, okay, that was a lot of information. It was really valuable for my clients, but it didn't feel good to me. And I probably don't want to do that again, right? Sometimes it could be in the sense of a few tweaks. It could be changing it for the next phase. And we do this a lot, and it's actually going to happen with this program. I'm going to introduce you to that a little bit later. The biggest mistake that you can make is to not package your offer up in some way for repurposing, is to let that piece of gold that you've just delivered die. please don't allow them to go to the graveyard, because even if it doesn't feel good for you anymore, it's going to feel good for a phase of your client who needs this work, who needs to start with you. Our deciding factors are three things: our own energy, our client experience and the results, and then our bigger vision for our business. Remember, what we're doing right now is setting ourselves up for that future version of ourselves. We have to decide from who she is and not from where we are right now. Ooh. Through this program, I found myself again. I realized that I was the Sam at my previous job, and I set so many things up in the back end. I just had to realize that I had this in me and I had forgotten. Yes, 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 Jessica. Yes, yes. See, and we didn't even promise finding yourself. We promised a very tangible, we're going to teach you how to do the things. So now when we go back and we reflect on this, we're going to say there was actually a lot of inner work that happened here. And a lot of things that the client said we missed in our original marketing. And had we covered it in our original marketing, or we cover it for next round, there's going to be a lot more vast clients inside of here, right? Because it's going to be a more clear vision of what they're actually getting. Some offers are meant to keep going with you. Sometimes you're going to look and be like, this is crucial. This is like, I need to be teaching this because this is the thing that I can talk about forever and ever. And I feel passionate and I get client results. And it's something that I could do day in and day out of my business, right? This is a cornerstone for who I am forevermore. That's sacred sales for us. And cash money content for me. Some are meant to be just passive offers that are foundational pieces for your clients to step into proximity with you. The first thing that we ask is our energy. And here are questions that we can ask, and you can think of your own too. But how did I, or how energized did I feel during this program and after delivering this program? Maybe during, I felt like, oh my God, this is my favorite module ever. And every single time I'm like, this is my favorite module ever. But after the program, I'm like, please, that was good. I'm glad that I did it, but it's done and I'm glad it's done, right? Second question is, how can I maintain this level of engagement consistently for multiple rounds? Maybe it's good right now, but can I be this passionate if I were to repeat the same thing again? If I were to reteach these trainings, if I were to reteach these modules, would I feel just as excited? Is this something that I can revisit and re-talk about and revitalize every single time I come through? For me, that's content and sales. For Victoria, that is wealth and that is healing. That's something we could talk about every day, forever and ever and ever. And if you connect to us 5 years from now, she's still talking about it, but in a different way, right? If it's a training that you're like, this is foundational and that's awesome, these reflection questions are so good. Yes, that's awesome. But I really don't think that if I were to repeat myself again, that I would feel as excited, right? We become bored of our own trainings. That's normal. It just means that you grew. It means that you went through your own evolution, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that it's trash, right? It means that that could be a passive offer. Does this offer align with my personal strengths and interests? I just talked about that. How much time and effort am I willing to dedicate to this program long term? If this is going to be a signature offer, am I committed to talking about this over and over, right? This is a launch program. Am I committed to allowing this to be a pillar in my business where I'm talking over and over about launches, even though I'm not in launch season? Will I do that? Do I like to do that in my content? Do I find myself talking about launching often? For me, the answer is no. So maybe this will be a different iteration. It's not going to be a passive offer. It's going to be a different offer. How does running this program live bring me joy, or does it feel draining? That's an easy question. If it drains you, you probably shouldn't do it again. That doesn't mean it doesn't serve your clients. It doesn't mean that it doesn't belong in your product suite. It never means that it's trash. Never, ever, never, ever. Can I see myself evolving and growing with this program over time? A lot of times, if you were in Sacred Sales for all of the iterations of it, it was a different program every time. The modules were the same, the concepts were the same, but who we were, the way that we taught it, how we showed up, what we've learned was always from a higher frequency. That's why we offer live access to our programs and lifetime access to our programs. Every time we run them, you're going to be inside of them again. Why? Because you are a new version of you, you've implemented, you've changed, and also we have changed. So when it comes time to teach this module, again, I'm probably not going to say the same things. The concepts will be the same, but my frequency and my perspective and my life experience is going to be so much more elevated. Can I see myself evolving and doing this over and over? Yes or no? It's that easy. The largest deciding factor, this is number one. This is number one in any time that you're deciding if this is going to become part of your signature suite. If we as leaders of a cohort or of a group of women, whomever we serve, cannot maintain our own excitement, our own energy, our own passion for the delivery, our clients will not maintain their excitement, their passion for showing up and committing to the results. If you are not excited when you deliver something, people are not likely to listen. You need to be able to show up as if it's the first time every single time. And if you can't, the answer is passive or another iteration of that, right? If I cannot invest in my clients will not invest in themselves. That's that simple. Again, it doesn't mean that it's trash. It just means that you've outgrown this level of clientele. You get to broaden your perspective. You get to broaden your audience. You get to broaden your product suite to serve more people and still maintain your energy of this is exactly where I want to be. This is my genius, or I want to be only with one-on-one clients. This is a way for people to find you when they're not ready for that one-on-one access yet, right? Everything is gold. Everything has a place. Next. The next one that we reflect on is our client experience. This is the number one pillar of our business. But truth be told, even if the clients have a great experience and I don't feel good about the software, I don't feel like delivering this, or I don't feel passionate, my clients are not going to have the same experience next time. That's the truth. So that's why that's number one. But what we care about most is our client experience, right? We want to make sure that we are delivering you guys the ultimate experience every single time. So maybe this offer was in freaking incredible and everybody got booming results. Everybody got more and even more than they asked for, right? But when we look at the client experience, if I were to change this from a live offer or from a one-on-one offer or whatever it is, and I were to make it self-paced or I were to make it passive, would it be the same? Would it hold the same weight? Would they achieve the same results? So here are the questions that we ask. How much does the live interaction contribute to my client's success? Did you need me here live with you to teach these training modules? Or could you watch all of these trainings next time and get the same information and the same level of result? Probably for this program, yeah, you could watch the trainings. Can clients achieve similar results without my direct and real-time involvement? What we wanted from this program is us walking hand in hand with you in our launches, right? So this is why I'm talking about maybe this will become a hybrid. Sacred Sales has become a hybrid. The trainings are there. They're going to watch the trainings next time, but we get to raise the client experience even more. Would Sacred Sales be exactly what it is if we weren't there with them doing the sales process, doing the workshop? No, that's what makes the program, right? That's that uniqueness, that one-on-one or two-on-one perspective with us is what driven you, or what's driven you to those results and kept you that committed. So next time we're going to allow it to be half passive, watch the trainings, and then it's going to be a lot more kind of a mastermind hybrid feel where we're walking with you through your sales, where we're workshopping with you, and it's a lot more meeting of the minds and practicing inside of your business versus showing up and teaching the information. The information's already there. It's already done. And that doesn't change. You're going to learn the same thing, right? What aspects of the program do my clients value the most? Ask your clients. It's that easy. Ask them. Not only just ask them for testimonials, but how did you feel about these modules? Which one was your favorite? Did you feel like, and you'll see that in all of our programs, we ask, how did you feel about the content? Is it going too fast for you? A lot of times when we teach, this is the answer that we get, is that I can't keep up with the modules. We're giving so much that we're kind of losing our clients. So when we reflect back on that, we say, okay, where could we have slowed down? Where do we add a bonus training? Or where do we take out to be more niched inside of this program? How personalized does the content need to be for each cohort? Can you take this and apply it to anybody's business? Can I sell this to 100 people, 1,000 people, and them all achieve the same result? Or was this so personalized that I met with Jessica or I met with Linda through this, and there was so much one-on-one interaction that if somebody else were to come in here, maybe they wouldn't get the same result, right? What was it like? And if I want to make it passive, how can I just pre-record the videos to take place of that? Did my clients benefit significantly from peer-to-peer interaction during live sessions? A lot of times when you have a group program, that group, that sisterhood that you've cultivated really makes or breaks a program. It really creates the client experience. You guys supported each other so much. So even if I made this a passive offer, what if I offered, if my answer was yes and everything else said go passive except this one thing, what could I do? My business, my rules. I can make a little community inside of my platform, inside of Kajabi or whatever, where they could talk to each other and move through this together. I could create it as a drip course where cohorts go in and do the trainings together and can be able to talk and support one another. There's so many endless possibilities. What level of support do clients require to achieve their goals? Is this something, could you take this program and launch without me being here with you? Or do you need me side by side? It could go both ways, right? Last question, can the key elements of the client experience be affected by replicating this in a self-paced format? Are you likely as a client to show up to this and walk through the modules yourself and answer your own questions? Create your own results. Did you need me here to do this? For this one, the answer is no. You could take this and get the results, the same thing. Looking back at the nature of our offer and asking ourselves if the client's going to achieve the same level of results without my live energy, most times, if it's an information or foundational piece like this is, or like Sacred Sales is, most times the answer is going to be yes, right? If it were a mastermind or if it were a high proximity program where I'm doing a lot more coaching than I am teaching, the answer might be no. If my program had a lot of workshops or Q&A sessions, are they trash? Again, no, they're bonus offers. We learn from hearing other people's perspective. We learn from hearing people's bigger questions. A lot of time when our client asks a question, it serves the entire collective. So I always, even if it doesn't pertain to the new people coming into the offer, I just put it in there as a bonus session. A lot of times people love to watch that mastermind kind of feel. Next, ma'am. I don't know if I'm going to keep this 1 hour, guys. I'm trying. The last one, and this is also a big one, your future business, your future self. Everything that we're doing is setting it up to be easier for her. So there's a lot of questions here. How does this offer fit into my overall business strategy? Who do I want to be? Where do I want to go? Who do I want to serve? What is my bigger vision? Does this offer support that vision? If the answer is no, it doesn't mean it's trash. It means that it could probably be a passive offer, right? If it doesn't support where I'm going actively in my energy, then I need to keep evolving and create more, create new. It doesn't mean I'm reinventing the wheel. It means that I'm creating gold, expanding my foundation in my product suite, and I'm moving forward. That's it. Does this program serve as an entry point or a high-end offer in my product suite? If it's an entry point, it most likely can be a passive offer. If it's a high-end offer in my product suite, it's usually going to be run again as a signature program. How does this offer complement or contrast with my other products and services? Usually we're here for one bigger mission. And all of our products, all of our programs, all of our offers supports that bigger mission. And also they complement one another. They are like stepping stones that walk on top of each other into that bigger empire, into that bigger mission, right? So for us, our signature offers are your content, your sales, and your launches. In order to have a sold out launch, you need to know how to launch. In order to have a sold out launch, you need to know the back end, but you also need to know the content. What are we going to do next? Your content, Cash Money content is coming. They complement each other. After I learn how to market, I need to learn my sales game. You walk right into Sacred Sales. How does that support our bigger mission? We are always making it easier for our future self. We're learning how to become more natural. We're learning to heal our relationship with money, with our business, with ourselves, with our leadership, with our past shadows. That all comes into all of our products, right? We did an offer called Permission Granted. And that's just a leadership offer. Does that complement everything? Yes. Is it something that we want to teach over and over again? Probably not, right? We did another offer that is like the back end or peeling the veil back on a multiple six-figure business, what it takes to create that. Is that part of our product suite? Yes, it's a passive offer. Do I need to teach that again and again? Absolutely not. They can get that information and keep coming into us, into Sacred Sales, the launch program, et cetera, et cetera. Does making this a signature live offer create a clear ascension path for my clients? This is what I was just talking about. If they come into the live offer, do they build on one another? Does it make sense? Does it make logical sense? And does it make ascension sense for our clients? The results that you get inside of this program, is it going to be a catalyst into my next program? Here, yes. I need to know how to launch. I now know how to launch. Now I'm going to go learn how to market. Would a passive version of this offer fill a gap in my current product suite? A lot of times we have live offers and we're like, this is where I feel passionate, but I could serve more clients, or something is missing that I don't necessarily want to teach. For us, it comes in all of those trainings inside of your vault, all of the how-tos, all of the templates. Do I need to teach that again? No. So when I asked myself these questions, I was like, I already have this goal. Does it need to be a module? No, it just complements or fills the gaps of these programs. So when it came to, instead of having to teach an entire module on how to set up your back end, it was just one bullet point in my higher level or my higher frequency of this program. And if you needed that gap filled, if you needed to know how, you just went into my bonus module. That's technically a passive offer that I could sell. Make sense? How would each option, weighing the options, signature and passive, impact my business scalability? If I keep running this program the way that I do and I run it live, am I going to be able to get where I'm going and also minimize my own effort? Probably not. Does it help me in maximizing my own money, my own revenue, my own reach, my own audience, my own capacity to hold in the bigger vision? Which option aligns better with that longer term vision? If I am building for my 7-figure self, for my self that impacts thousands of clients in the intimate capacity that I want to, does this offer support that? Yes or no? How would each choice affect my brand positioning and my market perception? Who are you talking to? Sometimes when we run an offer, we decide this is foundational. This is more for the beginners of our audience, but who I'm talking to, my ideal clients right now, are a lot higher level, and this isn't a program for them. They already know this. Put it into your product suite. That's okay. Does it have the potential to become a cornerstone in my business? Can I build my entire business off of this one pillar? Can I allow it to be something that's going to hold the future me? Yes or no? And then how would it impact my ability to serve more clients and reach new markets? Am I going to keep running this and get new clients inside of here and be able to hold the thousands that I want to impact? Yes or no? If it doesn't align with the higher vision of our business, if it doesn't align with where I'm wanting to go, who I'm wanting to serve, and most importantly, the way that I want to feel in my business, can I keep doing this and hold 1,000 clients? Probably. Am I going to be in burnout? Probably. Do I want to be in burnout and in overdrive and working all of the time and teaching all of the time? No. My vision for myself is being kind of one-on-one with my clients, consulting in their business. So that means this is foundational. It doesn't support where I want to go, right? It may take a little bit of tweaking. It may take recording extras, but we get to serve our clients and serve ourselves at every capacity and evolution that we're going into. No decision is permanent. We get to change our mind at any time. A lot of times, like I said, we love a mastermind feel. The way that we want to feel in our business is that intimacy, is that proximity. Doing all of these trainings and teachings takes away from that proximity. So what we do is kind of make a hybrid. We don't make a passive offer or a live offer. We do both. We allow the trainings to be the trainings and take a step up and walk with our clients. And that's how we want to feel. So that's how we build our programs. Next. This part is going to be using your momentum. There is no time better than right now. Vicki, there is no time better than right now to utilize this momentum. Everything that's going, everything that's happening, the results that are happening, the conversations that are happening, the modules that are coming up, the information that you're sharing, the pieces that you're channeling right now is the best time to pull them out and make them tangible gold, right? The first thing is the clients directly in front of you, the clients inside of your offer. They're the clients that are already here are the easiest to retain, are the easiest to convert into lifelong clients and soulmates in our business. Why? Is because there is no on the fence of who is she, how does she deliver, am I going to get results? There's no question. There's no convincing. They've already been here with you. They've already been getting results. They know exactly how they feel in your containers. They know exactly if you're the leader for them or not. It's an immediate yes or no. If you ever leave an offer and you don't have an invitation for them to walk with you next, you're leaving money on the table. And also, you're creating a gap in your client's journey and you're leaving them to go find other ways, right? You're leaving them to go answer their own questions when what you have coming probably is the answer to their next question, most likely. So what we do is create the next natural step and invite you guys into it. When you're done here, you've already been invited into Cash Money Content and Sacred Sales, right? We created a bundle for that. It just makes sense that after you're done this offer, you walk into the next one with us. For our own business, one, because it's easy, and two, because it's the next step on your journey. Why wouldn't we offer that to you? Next. Be it passive offer or live rounds, again, I'm going to say this again and again and again and again. There is no time like the present. Right now, after your offer is completed or it's coming to completion, is the time to not only decide what you're doing, but to be in the energy of your offer and begin to sell it again. If you wait, if you just say, okay, guys, sold out is over. And then in 3 months' time, I'm like, okay, it's time to sell sold out again. I have to remember back to 3 months ago what the program was like, make sure or even see if I could tap into that energy and create that excitement and that passion and that drive in myself and connect to the frequency of this program when I could be just doing it right now, right? So what can we do right now is start gathering testimonials and client feedback. After we are done here, when we get into the workshop and the celebration next week, we're going to be asking you how you feel about this program, what we could have done differently. We like to reflect with you guys how it could have been better. We continue to share client wins as evidence for future clients to come. Whenever you guys celebrate, when we have clients are celebrating, we share it on all of our socials while we're live in the program, while it's happening, because we are planting the seed for people who are watching us for when it comes time to launch or when it comes time to pre-sale or waitlist, they've already decided that this is the program for them. They're already seeing the results and the evidence coming. They've already asked themselves the questions and gave themselves the answers, right? Using questions and objections and the work that we've done inside of this program or this offer. Exactly, Jessica. Also an opportunity to sell as a passive offer at this time. We're going to get there. Use the questions, objections, and the work that we've done inside of this offer as your marketable evidence, right? What do people want to hear in your content is exactly who you are and what you're doing inside of this program. Nobody is going to tell you what your clients need to hear more than your clients that are already walking through this work. What are they asking? What did they need to know? Where were they confused? Speak exactly to that in your content. And it's going to showcase for your next clients or your next round that's going to come in exactly what they're going to experience. Use the time to pre-sell or waitlist your next round. By the time you come around to launching this offer again, one, you already have clients in and you get to say, we've just launched and there's 8 people inside of this offer. When we get to launching Cash Money Content, we're like, we didn't even talk about this yet. And there's 8 people inside. Why? Because we sold it to you 4 months ago. That's why. Pro tip, this increases a Kickstarter in your own momentum when launch season comes. Now, instead of feeling like we're starting from zero, we're starting with the excitement that people already want what we have to offer. People already want to hear what we have to say. People already see the value. So all of the shadows that usually come during launch season, all of the things that we have to convince ourselves or walk ourselves through aren't happening because the evidence is already there that says this isn't true. Next. So now we're going to talk about both passive offers and signature offers. The first thing is going to be passive. What is a passive offer? It is just something that is already set in stone that you can sell for passive income or for stackable income that comes in without you having to do much. Usually they're streamlined, they're automated. There's something that's already created, packaged up, and you just get to talk about it and it's just a click of a button and then you don't have to do anything else. It opens the door of opportunity, like I said, for clients to come find you without you having to be there in live energy and holding the space with them. It allows clients who are self-led or like myself, who just, I don't love to show up to live programs because I'm so freaking busy. Does it mean that I don't want to do self-development? Does it mean that I don't want to learn? No. I love to do instant access because it's on my time. I love to do it when I'm in the passion of it. When I wanted to learn about photography, I spent thousands on it. And it was all instant access. It was all passive offers. Had the person that I bought from, actually bought from two people, had they not had this passive offer instant access program, they would have missed out on thousands of dollars because I would not, I guarantee you, I promise you, I would not have bought into the live program and I would have never showed up for it. I've bought so many live programs before, and it's not because I'm a beginner. It's because of my capacity, right? It's because of my timeline. If I don't have the time, passive offers make it very easy for me to do this on my own time. For you, why is it good? Is because it's easy marketing for quick income. If I'm in an energetic bind, if I'm over capacity, but I still want to bring money in, if I feel like I'm burning the candle at both ends, I already have gold there ready to sell. Just because I'm over capacity or I'm nearing kind of burnout, this is always a quick fix for you to lean back, for you to go Netflix and chill, or for you to rest during sick days or whatever it is and still have income coming in. Selling your passive offer needs very little energy from you. And if we can build a funnel on the back end, if somebody can buy my masterclass or buy my instant access program, and I already have an invitation for them on the other side, that's now 2 to 3 to 5, 10 offers that they could buy without me ever even having to talk to them because it's already set up. This low ticket offer that I've just did can bring me millions. I've had clients come in for myself and for other clients who've walked through and they said, I've done a year of your programs already. Like I've been working with you for a year and you didn't even know except for my email. And I've learned all of these things and now saved you time as a coach walking me through them because I've learned it all. And now I'm ready to like catapult. I'm ready to get on my rocket ship and get the faster compounded results. Make sense? And the next is going to be for reliable income during your breaks. You get to create a business. This is crazy. I know. You get to create a business that still runs without you running it. We get to create a business that allows us for vacations, that runs around our lifestyle instead of forming our lifestyle around our business. How do we do that? Is through passive offers and through creating multiple recurring revenue, which we're going to talk about in a minute. We can utilize cross sells, upsells, downsells, all of the things inside of a funnel to create cash injections in our business. And when we're ready for a team, we can say, okay, team, take this gold. I'm going to go. I had a client take vacation for 2.5 months. And I was running her business. And all of those passive offers, I was able to package up and sell and create bundles and all the things, and also sell package bundles for live programs that were coming. We created over $1 million with this launch. But in those 2.5 months, while she was on vacation, I think it was like $800,000 that she didn't even lift a finger for that her team, me, made for her because of these passive offers. Because it was already set up, somebody you get to hire to outsource and make your money make the money for you. It gets to run without you. And this is how, right? Setting up for future self to go spend time on a yacht or do whatever it is that you would like to do. The next is going to be scalability and reach. I've already talked about this. Passive offers widen your clientele. Right now, you have the capacity to serve probably 30% of your audience. With passive offers, you can widen that and serve 100% of your audience. As long as they're your ideal client, you have a space for everyone to come in and have an aligned offer for them, even if it's not aligned for you anymore. So here's what to do if you want to make a passive offer. Ensure that your backend is set up. This is the mistake that everybody makes. They just start selling it as a passive offer and they're like, holy shit. How many times, and I actually made this mistake very recently. That's incredible. It is, Jessica, it's incredible. I literally just made this mistake, rookie mistake, and I did it anyway. Victoria and I went into a summit and we had a freebie, which actually isn't a freebie. It is a passive offer that we have. And we gave away this freebie as a like incentive, like, You listen to Victoria and Sam. Here's an offer for you. Here's a coupon code. They got it for free. These people were signing up. I actually did do the due diligence and it was a passive offer and I converted it and all the things. I forgot that Victoria switched from Kajabi into Thrivecart. So then I was like, all these people are signing up for the exchange, is what it was called. And we're not getting their emails and I don't see them moving through the funnels. And then I looked and there's no funnel. So that means that how many times have you done this? You've signed up for an offer and it's like an instant access offer. And it should be, congratulations, you have this offer. Here's how to access the replays. And you sign up and here's the YouTubes or here's your library that you're going into. But what actually happens, it's like, oh my God, I'm so excited. We're going to start this program in July of 2021. We can't wait to see you. And then you're getting all of these reminders that they're starting in July of 2021. You're like, holy fucking shit, it's 2024. That doesn't make any sense. It breaks the client experience and now it breaks the trust that you are committed to your own business as a leader. So are they likely to hire you again? Probably not, right? What happened for us is they signed up and they got nowhere. Thank goodness they had in the success page, go find the group and here's all your replays. But all of those emails, all of those funnels, all of that money we could have been making didn't happen because I forgot to set up my back end. I know, sad. Yes. The next is going to be building at least, please, if you're going to have a passive offer, the first thing is, yes, they get to come in and find out how incredible you are. That's awesome. What do they do after that? You're asking them to go find you on Facebook, read your content again, figure out what you're doing, figure out what their own next steps are. A lot of times, if we're asking clients to do more work, they're not going to do it, right? Make it easy for people to know exactly where they should be, what they can expect, and what is the next logical step for them, which in turn makes it easy for people to pay you. How do we do this on a passive offer? It's a funnel. At least one step. It's literally, that's it. A funnel is a client journey. If we can say, if you have loved the exchange, which is if you sign up for the exchange now, you're going to get this. If you loved the exchange, I want to, first of all, I want to congratulate you. I want to hear your results. I want to hear the client experience. Send me an email. And then I open that open dialogue, right? And the next thing is going to be, if you're ready for the next steps, Sacred Sales is the game changer for you. Here's all about Sacred Sales. And also, if you want to take a step further, here's my bundle of all of my signature programs. That's already done and automated. So now I'm not only selling just that $55 program, but I'm now selling a $4,000 bundle on the other side of it. And what's going to happen is, and it happens all the time, is I'm like, holy shit, there's a ping on my phone. And now it says Victoria Welsh just paid you these thousands of dollars, or Victoria Welsh just paid you an affiliate payment because I got half of my offer that we didn't even have to do, right? Set yourself up for making more money without having to do anything. The next thing is going to be create a marketing plan. This is also so easy. Don't overcomplicate it. If you know that you're going on vacation, if you know that you're between launches, think back to when I showed you that business flow chart where we planned out all of our launches and we said, this is what the year is going to look like. And here I want to do a mastermind and here I want to do the group program. What you've seen most likely is that after you fill that in with all of your signatures, you have gaps. And then you have gaps, you're not selling. When you're not selling, you're not making money, right? So inside of those gaps, or if I have a team, when I run teams, I say, week 1 of every single month, you are pushing passive offers. Choose the week, it doesn't matter. Or find the gaps in between your launches where you know that you're going to be out or you know that you're going to be overrun with tasks. Put your passive offers there. Create little Canva slides where you just reuse and resell and reuse and just keep pushing the links for all that week. It is easy money. The work is already done. The pages are already built. You might as well maximize it and allow people to just get started on your journey with you, right? Next, we're almost done, ladies. I promise. The signature live offer. If you went through all of those questions, I need a program on the email marketing Zapier, linking everything together. The tech stuff is a lot. Jessica, look inside of your library. They are there. Those passive offers that I said, I probably don't want to teach this again. This doesn't excite me to talk about. I packaged them up and put them in your vault for you. They're already there and they're serving you and you have all the things, but I don't want to teach them. So that's how I made it a passive offer for you. Dun, dun. The signature live offer. If I answered all of those questions and I was like, this is exciting for me, my clients are getting results, it makes more sense to do it live. This supports my bigger vision. It supports my clients coming into the bigger journey with me. Still, there's no time. I told you I was going to repeat myself again and again. There's no time like the present. Transforming your current offer into a signature program can create MRR, which is monthly recurring revenue, for you and for your long-term value of your clients, right? Pre-selling the next round allows you to maintain either your current price or decide this offer was actually worth a lot more than I sold it to. I really undersold myself, so I'm going to raise my price. And this makes me more comfortable doing it, and also my clients who previously either couldn't afford it or who are at this current price point to be able to afford it again, right? I get to offer extended payment plans. I get to offer pre-sale incentives. I get to offer bonuses to get people to come in. It allows clients access who may not have been able to or wanted to get into this round and weren't able to, right? I get to commit right now. I think our bundle and for Cash Money Content, actually, we raised the price on Cash Money Content, but right now people can get into it for $99 a month. Why? Because we were pre-selling it. It's pretty far out. And by the time we're done Cash Money Content, it will be paid for. It's accessible to more people and still we make the money and we were able to raise the price, right? The momentum that we're feeling right now is what sells. Nothing sells better than your energy. Your energy is the livest it will ever be right now. Next. Use the momentum now to begin your party for later, is what I say. So here's what to do if you decide that this is going to be a signature offer. Always, always, always gather detailed testimonials. Whether it's a passive offer, those testimonials can be a little bit shorter because they're just going to be on your sales page, right? If this is going to be a signature program, I love to get more detailed testimonials. That way I can pick apart and use what is going to answer questions for my clients in the future, right? Because this is going to be a big deal. Usually your signature programs are kind of higher price points, right? They're your higher ticket offers. I have created a template for you guys to use to ask your clients for testimonials. Most times, if people have gotten results with you, they want to tell the whole entire world about it. But here's what happens is they're like, yes, I would love to provide you a testimonial. And then it says, Victoria is so nice. She made me feel so good. I got so many results inside of here and my life has changed. You know that the client meant so good and you know that her life has changed and you know that she was probably crying while she wrote it. Does this actually help future clients to know what she's talking about? No. So you can ask them questions that set up that they get to respond to that set you up for the most bombest testimonial ever. A lot of the fear or the resistance to leaving a testimonial is just simply that they don't know what you want them to say, right? They don't know what would work for you. Second is going to be to update your sales page to pre-sale and waitlist and refine the details with what tangibly was delivered and results that are proven now through your offer. If this was a beta offer, you didn't have proven results before. So usually the testimonials were a little bit more generic and it's just how it feels or results they've gotten working with you generically in other offers. Now you have detailed testimonials specifically to the work inside of this, replace them, right? The more niche and clear you can get, use that. And then all of the copy in your sales page, remember I said, when you were channeling this offer, you're like, ooh, this is what's coming through. This is the result. This is what I'm going to teach. And usually what you delivered is not what you promised. You over-delivered, you refined, you responded, and you gave even more clearer, niched, direct content inside of this offer. Make sure that your sales page is updated to reflect that because it's no longer a dream. It is now a concrete vision that you get to paint for your clients. Make sure that all of it reflects that because they're more likely to buy with concrete evidence that's inside of there, right? And then pre-selling, you want to make sure that all of your things are updated saying it's coming in 4 months time or in 5 months time. That way clients say, I have longer to pay for this. And also they're not buying into this offer thinking they're going to get this in 2 weeks. They get to look at their schedules and make sure that it fits with their life. Next is going to be videos are incredible for sales. No time like the present when you're in your passion and you're feeling all the feels for this program If you feel comfortable doing video, use right now after you've reflected, when you're reading all of your testimonials and you're like, oh my God, this program is so fucking good. Use that time to create an intro video for your sales page. That way you get to talk about your offer and people can feel your energy, feel you talking about the program, feel you talking about why they want to be there and who they're going to be on the other side of it. You get to create tangible evidence right now because your clients right in front of you are getting the results and the tangible evidence. Bonus points if your clients do video testimonials and you get to create a little collage with them. Nobody sells like your energy and clients who've already been through this. Maestro. If the testimonial template is not there, I will drop it for you because it totally belongs inside of this program. Another part of what to do is maybe having, I'm a line 4. I'm also a line 2, but it's my line 4 here coming through. If your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth, right? If you have one client who is willing to share you with 2 of their friends, you now have 3 clients. If you have 3 clients who are willing to share you with their friends, you now have 3 + 2, 4, 6 is 9 clients. Does that make sense? And the more that people will share, the more your network grows. The more that people share, the faster your network grows. The easiest way to do this is to offer an incentive. I love a good affiliate program. Either I'm offering people that they can make money selling with me. If you've gotten results and you think that people need the work that I do and that I can truly help them, you're going to give a bomb ass testimonial no matter what. And you're going to say, you need to go talk to Sam, right? You are more likely to consciously pay attention if I say, I'm giving you and what I do, and I literally just pay down. If I say I'm giving you 20% of whatever I sell, you can do 10, 15, whatever you want. If people are likely to make money selling your offer, they're more likely to sell your offer, right? Or we offer really juicy incentives that are discounts. They are one-on-one offers with us, or they are, if you get people, like for every client that you sell into the launch program, you're going to get into another, like a credit with one of our programs. Does that make sense? Incentives just make people want to go sell you. Of course, they want to share you no matter what, but it makes you a conscious piece of the forefront of their mind. That's all. Using momentum to write new content for your launch. This is a big one too. When we're writing content, we need to be kind of in that channel, right? We need to connect to who we are inside the offer, into the energy of the offer, into the frequency of the clients that belong inside, into the questions they're having, into the objections they're having, all of the things of trying to speak directly to the ideal client. Right now, the clients are right in front of you. Right now, the energy is alive. Right now, you're tapped into that frequency. It is more pure, it is more potent, and it is more clear now than it will ever be. So after I'm done a program, if I know that I'm going to redo it live, I redo my sales page right now. And also I I create topics of channeled content that is coming through for my next launch, whether it be bullet points, whether it be topics, whether it be questions that you guys have had inside of here that I know my audience is going to be having. I speak directly to it and create value from it right there. It is so easy. And then when I have all of these topics written down, I pull up my Google Doc in launch season and I have all of these rapid fire things to respond to that put me back in the energy of this program. I'm taking care of my future self. I make it so easy for her every single time. I'm like, she needs to pay me because I'm always making her life easy. Updating your back end, the same thing. Change your onboarding emails. You never, ever, never want a client to come in and have a broken client experience. The moment that happens, even if they trust you to continue and they say, okay, you're human, you made a mistake, they don't trust you as much as they did before this happened. That's all. Just make sure that you're on top of things. Update your emails, your automations, and make sure that it's reflecting that they're on the wait list or that they're inside of a pre-sale round. You want them to never question what's happening next, when they're going to get the next email, or when they're going to be let into the group, or when the program is going to start. Even if you change your mind and push back your program, make sure you're updating your clients and you're always keeping them informed. Next. I think this is our last slide. The post-launch launch. So I launch before my program. You guys have seen us do this. I launch before my program and I'm like, this is amazing. And then I run my program and then I do another little mini launch right after. I always use this time after my launch and after completing my program, especially if we are having a live round, to just have fun with it. There's no energy like right now, right? I keep saying this. Pre-selling waitlist for the next round, waitlisting for the next round, creating bundles that are so fun with what's coming. After we were done our last, what was our last program? Sacred Sales. Yes. After we were done Sacred Sales, we were like, we have mapped out, like module 3, we've mapped out all of our entire year. We know what's coming. So what would be more fun than, as we're having all of these testimonials and all of these results come out for Sacred Sales and we're celebrating and we're in the energy, to create a fun bundle that creates MRR and recurring. We're still getting paid for a bundle that we sold 4 months ago, 5 months ago. The payments are still coming in. They're stackable, which means we have guaranteed income that is already coming. And it was so fun. It was so fun to do, right? So now, instead of selling my next one program, I get to resell this program and my next program and my next program, all in the energy and excitement right now. So remember when we said that one launch gets to turn into 3 launches? I've now launched Sacred Sales. I launched it the first time before we ran it again, right? And then after it was done, we pre-sold it for the next round. And then in our next program, the launch program, we're selling the bundle again. So that's 3 times that Sacred Sales has been sold, 3 launches that it's had. And now we're going to run Cash Money content, right? On the back end of Cash Money content, we sell the bundle again. That's 4 launches for 1 program, instead of just waiting until Sacred Sales comes and trying to rush it all in 2 weeks. So now by the time we get past that 4th launch, and then when Sacred Sales comes, we're actually going to do a dedicated launch. So that will be 5 launches for the same program. 5 times people have come in our next program. Does that make sense? Make the money for you, honey. Sales get to be fun. You've already done the work. You've already done the hardest part. Now it's about, how can I make this more easy? How can I make this fun? How can I make this simple? How can I make the money make itself or multiply itself for me? This is how empires are built. It's not by tearing down each stone after it's been cemented. Every single time you do an offer, MGs, I love you, reinventing the wheel, you're like, I'm done with that, next program. I'm done with that, next program. And you never run the same thing twice. When you could have had an entire vault of gold, vault of money that you are sitting on and not talking about, and you are keeping on lockdown, the empire does not build as fast, right? If we are constantly having to trap ourselves in active energy, eventually that active energy runs out. We need something to fall back on that creates safety and sustainability, but also scalability. If we can create multiple stackable income, if we can create MRR for ourselves, when we want to be in that active and creation and creating new things all of the time, we're creating on top of already having a 50, 60K month already, right? When we're making multiple 6-figure months, it's because we have passive income already coming in. It's not because we started from zero. It's because we're leveraging what is already there and utilizing it to catapult us into the future, right? What we do now is creating everything, everywhere that we're going. Does it make sense, my friends? Let me see if I can reclaim my host here. Stop sharing. How does it feel, ladies? Module 10. I only went 11 minutes over. I'm so freaking proud of myself. This is
You did good. That was a lot.
This is a lot of information. So go back and watch this again. After you've done all of your training modules, I even had some more. I was like, let me talk about the project management system. Too much. When you go back and you say, what worked, what didn't work, what can I do differently? You'll find that the more that you debrief, the more that you're asking yourself these questions after the program, you'll be in the back of your head asking yourself these questions while you're building the program. When I said, I want to talk about the project management system and how to update that and reflect into a passive offer, immediately my brain was like, that's too much to grasp and you're going to lose them, right? Because I'm so used to debriefing myself, I do it in real time. And it makes it so much better, so much more simple for client experience and for you guys to get the results. So I'll just caveat there and say, as you update the client end of things, you also want to update your back end of things to reflect exactly what you're going to do in the future. Jessica, yes. We are going to have, today is Tuesday, so we have a call on Thursday, and that is going to be our workshop. And it is also going to be a little bit of a celebration call. It is our last call. So take this week to catch up on the modules, to catch up on all of the trainings, and ask yourself the bigger questions. What do you still need? What is missing for you? How can we serve you in this last call? There is no holds barred on this next call. It is everything and anything that you need from us to create your most successful and sold out launch. Bring those questions. The more that you can bring, the more prepared that you can be, the better that we can serve you, the more that we can make this easier for you. Does it make sense? We love you. You are incredible and you feel like sunshine, and see you later.
And we'll see you Thursday on Zoom.
Bye.
On Zoom. The link is in the events.
Toodles.